Originally, I was just going to respond to just South Dakota Girl 31, but this is a bigger feeling than that. Um, on my channel, uh, South Dakota Girl 31 just left me a message. Okay, you know I love you, but I'm gonna have to unsub you until you stop spamming with the Occupy videos. Is there a timeline somewhat when you should be done? And then a little heart thingy with the carrot and the 3. Just before I saw that, I got a call from Al1981X on Skype, and well, actually, I called him back because he messaged. Anyways, he wanted to know why Aldous Valor was mad at me, and he thought it was something serious, and apparently I'm on some dead to Aldous board. Yeah. And I watched the Aldous video with Al listening, and he said it was even worse the second time he heard it. And to me, it was like, yeah, that happened. So I have to say some things to this camera just to let everyone know what sort of mindset I'm in right now. In the last 72 hours, I met David Silverman, got him to sign a whole bunch of these so that I could support Doctors Without Borders come September. And I hope they go for a bit. I really do. Because that's what I spent my moment talking to David Silverman doing. Saw an awesome debate between him and Alex McFarland, and then tried to get some videos up because I'm a little bit backlogged. I got one video up of Bob Krause's medical marijuana case, and not many people are looking at that. A lot of people are looking at the little clip I had from Alex McFarland versus David Silverman, but not many people are looking at Bob Krause and how he's about to be sentenced to jail for the rest of his expected life because he has cancer and he's treating it with medical marijuana, and he got raided. And I feel for the guy. I really do. And it's hard for me to really put together all the pieces in a way that doesn't make me feel conflicted, seeing as I just buried my cousin Julie just 2 months ago because of a drug overdose, and coming to terms with which kinds of drugs I'm angry at, rather than just all of them put together, and seeing how this medical marijuana has saved people from being on the drugs that killed my cousin. It's been quite the journey for me, and in the middle of editing the poem by Mark Slaw called Krause the Conqueror, where I was putting the words to the poem because I got him to email them to me, because I filmed him when he recited the poem at the protest for Bob Krause. While I was doing that, I got a call from my sister, and she informed me that our good friend Barry had a bit of bad news from the doctor. His cancer has come back, and he has 6 months to live. And if you all want to check out his channel, It's the Rockstar 630 channel. I've put his comedy up on my channel before because when he first found out that he had colon cancer, he decided to go for one of his dreams and try his hand at being a stand-up comic. And I'm probably going to take a vacation to see him while he's still alive, because that's what I prefer to do when I get news like this. Yeah. In 2008, I had my sister die of lymphoma, and my cousin Verby die 3 months later of liver cancer, and now Barry has basically both of all of the things that they had. He has cancer in all parts of his body, and he asked that no one post anything on Facebook because he was still going to speak to some parts of his family first that he hadn't really gotten to do, and I doubt any of them are subscribed to a channel by an atheist, because I have a sense about that. So it was hard for me to edit the poem for Bob Krause in light of that. I was getting really choked up at some of the words because I've had too many people die around me. And after I was done, I got asked to be on a radio show in New York on Party FM. It's PARTI. And I explained to them the Glass-Steagall Act and how that's the closest thing you can get to one issue that all of the Occupy movements in our country are protesting in support of. All of the deregulation that happened with the repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act and got changed with the Graham-Leach-Bliley Act, and you know how I was on the air with a DJ who just really thought that it was just mass confusion with all of the different Occupy protests. And so I gave him that one bit of information, and hopefully it got through. We were talking about police brutality and all that, because that's what everyone wants to hear about. And then I got a whole bunch of loads of pallets last night because we were going to build with the lumber another tent, because all of the canopy tents would blow over in the wind, and we were told that the police weren't going to be. Everyone, that jump in the footage was because he interrupted me.
And he doesn't have a red light that means recording.
Yeah, I don't have a red light that means recording. And I have other priorities, other family priorities to get to. And
shit, fuck, hell damn, shit, fuck, shit. Now you can't use this footage.
Yeah, he wants me to get up and help with something. Need to go get a ladder and strap it to the top of my truck, because the inside of my truck is filled with protesting gear, because all those pallets and all that work that we put into actually building another tent just got ripped down mere hours after we put it up. And I got to see all of the work that everyone put into that. Not just what I did in raising over $1,000 to support those protesters, but things that everyone put into all that just got torn down by the police. And I kept the camera rolling on everything, on the police, notifying them, on the police tearing everything down, on protesters screaming at the police, why are you doing this? Because apparently the police don't think that they have any choice in the matter. I was just following orders. I hear that so many times. It hurts to hear it. Anyways, on spamming videos, this being one time that I have done 16 videos in one day, maybe 17. Who's counting at this point, Normally I do 3 in a day, so if someone didn't have a lot of subscriptions, I'd still, I guess, be spamming their subscription box. Spam, 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 spam. And what I have to say to anyone that thinks my actions were spam, I think you might need to reevaluate your priorities. And maybe, really just, if your subscription box and the cleanliness of it is that important, what I have to say is I have evaluated my priorities, and I am going to continue doing the things that I do because they're important to me. And I'll leave it at that, because I've got some family to help out. And then I'll see about what else I'll be doing, because we've got to pick up the pieces and move on.